When was the last time you were completely, utterly lost? Not just taking a wrong turn, but that stomach-dropping moment when you realize you have no idea where you are or how to get back. Mine was in Joshua Tree, hammered, at night with 9 equally intoxicated friends. We were hiking through the snaking canyons under the stars led by our fearless leader. Like sleepwalkers, we followed, laughing, stumbling, having the time of our lives. Then collectively we stopped, looked up as I turned to my friend and said, "Christian, where the f*** are we?" He pointed his walking stick, laughing and mumbling some gibberish. We all started nervously laughing, one of those oops, now what moments. We tried backtracking for 20 minutes, but nothing looked familiar. It was all the same moonlit dirt. The laughter faded and a light mutual panic set in. We had no food, no water, no service. We were all silently playing out the worst case scenarios in our head. We were lost. At first I experienced panic, that primal response to uncertainty. But then after something strange happened. As I stopped fighting against our situation, everything shifted. I became hyper aware of my surroundings, the desert at night, the cool air, the ridiculous numbers of stars above us. There was this heightened awareness of simply being there in that moment with these people. The world began to open up as our plans and intentions for the night ended. This was a familiar state. It's that same feeling that emerges in those moments when life's maps disappear, when the career path suddenly dead ends, when the relationships transform beyond recognition, when you find yourself somewhere unexpected with no clear route back to the familiar. These moments can be terrifying. They overwhelm our carefully constructed sense of control. They strip away our certainties, the plans we had, the identities we built, the future we imagine, all suddenly up in the air. The hardest part about being lost isn't the confusion itself. It's surrendering to the reality that our usual mental strategies can't fix. No shortcuts exist, no quick reroute back to the familiar territory, no controlling the outcome. Instead, we face something both frightening and powerful, open space and unlimited possibility. I believe these moments of being lost are sacred if we don't flee from them. When we stay seated in the discomfort or the uncertainty, something remarkable happens. The initial fear gradually dissolves, and you start noticing things again. And maybe for the first time in a while, you're actually paying attention. As Henry Thoreau beautifully expresses in Walden, not until we are lost, in other words, not until we have lost the world, do we begin to find ourselves and realize where we are and the infinite extent of our relations. Thoreau understood something essential here, that we discover our true selves and our deepest connections only when we let go of the familiar. Only by surrendering our grip on the known world can we see ourselves and our place in it more clearly. It's a paradox. We find ourselves by losing ourselves first. Feeling lost in life, being lost in physical space, being lost in your work or in your passion, they have a common component, a dissolving of self, and then an eventual return carrying new lessons and heightened awareness. In today's world, being lost has practically become a pejorative. To lose your way is to fail. To admit you're lost is to admit weakness. We've engineered a society that prizes efficiency and certainty above all else. Technology tells us who we are, and where we should go next. We carry perfectly accurate GPSs in our pockets. We get instant connections that are often fleeting and shallow. Through algorithms, the unknown gets filtered out, the unexpected becomes optimized away. Without realizing it, we've stopped wandering entirely. We've traded uncertainty for maximum efficiency. But are we happier for it? As far as I can tell, no. We've created a quiet war against serendipity of experience, against the profound discoveries that only come through a little getting lost. As we continued to hike cluelessly through those canyons, a flashlight beam suddenly cut through the darkness from the crest above us, maybe 100 feet up. Then we heard a voice calling down. It was our friend Dylan. We were all ecstatic. When we finally reached the top, the 10 of us were rewarded with a breathtaking 360-degree view of the moonlit desert, with the wind hitting us at like 60 miles per hour. It was absolutely epic. We all did a breathing meditation together, staring at the stars, and experienced one of my favorite moments of my life. It all wouldn't have happened without getting lost.